We are Kenny and Annette Stewart. Yeah, I remember when we were first married, I used to hang drywall, and I'd get paid whenever we finished up a job, and we'd go out to eat and do whatever we wanted to on the weekends, and then whatever was left over is what we used to pay the bills.
Yeah, we weren't really, we didn't have a lot of debt back then, but we were definitely living paycheck to paycheck. So when we first heard about financial peace, we were a little skeptical. It seemed like a lot of money to spend to learn how to save money. But my sister had just finished taking the course at her home church in Texas and encouraged us that it would definitely be worth the investment. So we jumped on board.
I think we actually took the class, one of the first classes, I think, with Scott and Diane back a while ago, and everything that we did in the class, it was there wasn't any major revelations. Everything was pretty what you'd expect it would be. What they did was they designed that course to kind of break things down to a level that made it really easy. And one of the things that we noticed was it was easy. It's set up in a way that you can gain small victories. And once you get that small victory, you get excited about the next victory in overcoming that debt. And we really got into it. It's Dave Ramsey always says to be gazelle intense. But yeah, when you get that first, you pay off that first bill, it just gets you excited about getting the next one paid off. And then, like I said, it's broken down to such an easy level that it really, it takes all the thought work out of it.
It really changed the way that we thought about our money and our finances. We started working together on the budget, and so we both had equal input. And we just kind of started getting creative, thinking about what did we need, what didn't we need around the house. I remember selling off an old vehicle to pay off some school loans, and just kind of reevaluating where we were. And by the time we were finished with the class, it had kind of set us up to where I could stay home for a few years with Jacob. I went ahead and worked another year, and we put back everything I made that last year, and then just kind of make sure we could live on one income, make sure we could do it. We took about probably 40% pay cut for me to stay home, but we felt like, yeah, we can do this. And I planned to stay home with Jake for, I think it would have been 3 years. And then I was going to go back to work when he went to kindergarten. Of course, we had no idea where our lives were about to go. And we just really feel like that course was part of God planning, helping us plan for the future direction that He was planning, I guess.
Yeah, obviously we had no idea that Annette was going to get sick, but having taken that course, and it's one of those things that you can look back and see that God has taken care of you before you even knew you needed to be taken care of. He used that course in financial peace to help us to get our finances in line before she was able to stay home with Jake. And then, she spent a couple of years home with Jacob, kind of almost as training for her not being able to go back to work and us having to live on one income. But you can look back and see how the Lord's hand was on that the entire time, and how He had foresaw what was coming. With as hard and difficult as Annette's health issues has been, it's great not to have to worry about finances as well. So, and we have, I guess we've been kind of following Dave Ramsey's program since then, and we aside from our home, we don't have any debt, and that's on top of all the medical things and stuff that Annette went through. So it's a great testimony to Financial Peace University, and also a testimony to God and how He's used that to provide for us. So.
Yeah, we even bought a new car, or new to us, earlier this year, to replace our old cars, about half the age, half the mileage, and we bought it cash, despite all our medical bills. So you can really see how God prepared us for this time in our lives.
It was definitely a godsend. I don't know where we'd be if we were still going, if we were still in our drywall hanging mentality, and we were still getting those paychecks and spending them, and then whatever's left over going to our bills. Now when we bring home a paycheck, everything has a name to it, so everything is going a certain way. We even have spending money, set aside for that. Yeah. It helps to know that everything that you bring home has that label on it, and it keeps you from overspending. It keeps you from going into debt even further. So.